These are Queen Mothers. Yeah, Ma'amuna. Sabrina, Miss Remo Rasimu, and shall we, with a round of applause, welcome our Mother, Her Excellency, Nana Konadu Agyemang Rawlings. Flanked by her son Kimathi Rawlings, who is joined his mother beautifully at this 7th gathering of the Royals. Nananum yema yedina yehu akwapa enidiemu braheshia said beginning pay so ewo Agrihouse Foundation in Shishayemu. Thank you very much. What you tell or she born Israel can warfare. What you man say that she done amen can war. HV can open I warfare go. Jamile can so much.
All protocols observed. Last week, Friday, I think about 8 minutes past 8 a.m., I was reflecting on what I desire to see this day look like, my hopes, my fears, anxieties, the highs and the lows. I was basically reflecting also on what I wanted to put across today, when suddenly a message popped up on my phone, and it read, Nane Chan, we shall never give up on hope. And this message actually was from my amazing, bold auntie. A round of applause for her. Her Excellency, Nana Konadu Agyemang Rawlings. And it was like I was just looking at what I wanted this day to look like, and the message just came up. We shouldn't give up on hope. And so that is the direction I'm going with my message today. So today I bring you the same message of hope. I remain hopeful that our annual Garden of the Royals event, which has for the past 7 years brought hope and continue to direct a path for our royals and traditional leaders in agriculture, will in the long term take the charge to save the future of food. Now more than ever, we have a major mandate to lead and find a long-term solution to the future of food. We need to provide the needed resources. We also need to further enhance and build ourselves through training and more training. We need to identify what grows well within our independent communities and focus on them to empower ourselves, especially at a period when foreign aid is crashing down. But with this crashing, it gives us room, it gives us hope to be more innovative, embrace what lies ahead, and take charge of the future. And these are some of the reasons why Agrihouse Foundation initiated the Garden of the Royals and some of our major interventions that we'll be telling you about soon. It is time for us to lead the charge to take action in developing sustainable farmers and build a vibrant agribusiness sector right from the community level through to the regional level. We really can do this. There's so much hope for now and so much hope for the future. We have demonstrated through this hope, through our interventions, that indeed it can be done. Through the Garden of the Royals, we have supported our Queen Mothers in agriculture across the 16 regions to assess markets, to assess input, to build capacities, and to create more meaningful jobs. Today, we are gathered here to collectively discuss how we can attain new heights and direct our course when it comes to agribusiness. We also want to take practical and innovative steps, and we are happy our Queen Mothers from the 8 regions will lead us in an in-depth discussion and conversation on how we at the grassroots or community level can work together to create more sustainable jobs, especially for the growing youth in the communities. This Royal Dialogue has been running for the past 7 years, and every year we have the rotation of Queen Mothers. So last year we had 8 different Queen Mothers representing, and this year we have another group as well. After the dialogue, we have our commitment to action on how we can practically follow through to ensure the commitment of today are sustained. We are moving this intervention from discussions to influencing policy to creating jobs. Today, we shall also be inspiring, defining, and delivering through the Konadu Agyemang Rawlings Legacy Awards the need and the essence to define hope for now and the future. I'll be taking the stage again to tell you more about the Konadu Agyemang Rawlings Legacy Honors, which I had to plead and plead and plead for many, many months and days before my auntie said yes to it. Please, a round of applause for him. And I will tell you more about it because next year is going to be a very focused, independent event. So the Royal Dialogue begins soon, after which we shall have our declaration of commitment to action on our conversations. And we thank our lifetime patron, which is here to arrive, Dr. Zenator Rawlings Rawlings, for being here with us. She's always here to do the declaration. I think she only missed this last year, but we are expecting her this year as well. She'll be here soon. She'll be leading the Royals to this commitment and direction. So we thank you all for coming, for traveling from far and near, and you truly give us hope. Thank you.
Madam Alberta Acosta, a round of applause. Video, an impact video, which has been prepared for this gathering. We're going to take that very short.
To ensure that we come up with a document that can feed into policy, that cuts across, not just the agri sector, not just education, because we need people who are interested in agri. How do they know unless they get the guidance? So education is important. The Wildlife, Forestry Commission, all of these, chieftaincy, land tenure, all of these, making it women friendly. If we can do all of this, come together, bring out a really good document, this can feed into something. The way the Consultative Assembly came up with the 1992 Constitution, we can also bring something up that can feed into a new policy that is all-encompassing, that people will actually see can make a real change in the lives of women and therefore the lives of the Ghanaian. I thank you so much for being here. God bless you, and I wish you a safe journey.
it one day when I'm with Kimathi alone. As for mommy, I won't tell you. I won't tell you yet. There's a segment coming up shortly known as quotes. By all means, identifying with those will be a bit difficult. But if you were born before the 1980s, then by all means, you'll be able to identify with some of these. At this point, I'm going to invite Mr. Samuel Ojo, who is going to lead us lead the...
And through our advocacy and educational activities, the bill is being passed. That is the affirmative action bill. And so we are now waiting for enforcement. And through her and by her help and guidance, I believe we will get there. Now to the agribusiness. So, as a paramount queen mother of Nkonya Traditional Council and the
Honorable Dr. Zenator is in the house.
Now, akuafo otwa koko budua banchi. Enti yempanyimfo bi ya womo anya omba bi ko. Ba akudin na na usu jeme. Tata wono na ye national chief farmer. Wone na pamfo, womo sore ko ye Rawlings fie. Ema ombo ka sa womo ye koko coffee share not farmers association. Enti na ekuro no ne register. Ye Rawlings adawroma ena kuafo no ko na nchen no woje wo mutu moje wo ma wa tu ema na mso ena ye register sa association no Ghana Cocoa Coffee Share Not Farmers Association me wo mu bia me ye atwemanwa beja North district chief farmer na me ye district queen farmer na enso ma ye se na Konadu Agyemang Rawlings nti say me a district chief farmer. I buy a santua. Ya ye bold dini kansem. Ohima yadawa swati. You too. Nyami shraw. No more no man na hobai. Madana na Konadu Agyemang sia wie. The entia ye share ha free bear say. Efien so ni ane yeti dem hai. Ya mfaso die bebra ba ye. Ohima abeta nana akosi echa akosa echa menu echa owe wonsu ye bo abaso bebre wonti na say yeti dem ai eti woso jutu abaso boy twa to ye national chief farmer mama men sorry nana Alhaji Alasan Bukari the national chief farmer of Ghana Cocoa Coffee Share Not Farmers Association. Nana, wuni hansu me bo din abo wabaso. Wabaso ame bo ne say. Wo catch ema wo be national chief farmer no. Wo tu mark your for say. Monyere mo ho na nye mema nko. E na da bia wo mo yire no bedu wo machi. Akwa afuo mu na be na bi wo ho kare ni koko a no de sika ye de ope. Wo tu yamfo. Ama ma ema bi kura koko eso se ema de ya yoka koko nkuto ene coffee akuafo nyina bomu a o man yi koso yewura national yeda wase nyame nhira wo nananom mabo panifo ya baso awie
and sometimes difficult, but we do our farming based on the small lands that we have. We have other places that we could get large, land, but I'm happy that the House have assured us that they will provide for that. So when I go back, I have a lot of women who are into farming. But as I said, because the land is not there, they do small farmers. So if the house have assured me, I'll talk to them and they are ready to go into more farming. But the other challenge is the climate change. The drought, the rainy season is not stable around our end. Last year, for instance, I did farming, and at the end of the day, I couldn't harvest anything because of the rain. The rain starts, you think that, oh, it will continue, then you sow your crops. At the end of the day, it will stop, and then the crops will start dying. So when it comes again, you think that, oh, when I do it, it will come. Then the rain stops, and the thing will not renew, see. So the dry season, farming, if you could focus more onto that for us we'll be very happy. So we need mechanized boreholes in order to do this farming, and then the land as
to
well.
To get water.
Yes, to get water for the farming, and also to help us get more land. Because even if we can get that, how to get it, the finance is not there. Okay. But you know the people are interested in it, but how to get it is always the problem. And at the end of the day, fertilizer and all the things that you need in order to get the yield is always a problem as well.
Okay.
And today our seniors, I'm very happy
Good.
to meet her. I believe after here I'll get a hug from you. Galamsey, and they end up dying there. So I'll be very happy, and then to see my young ones. I've been trying. That is why I said earlier that I have established an NGO called Agrihouse Foundation to help the young ones to see the reason to stay in the community, that through skill training, education, and women empowerment, from economic empowerment, and all that. So if the house could help me do more on that, I'll be very, very happy.
That's better, and every program, her passion, her support, and everything. Doc, So, Doc, we are just about wrapping up. So, the call to action, you will take over after this session. We are almost done. And I was just explaining that this is the perfect platform for our Queen Mothers to express themselves, because they do.
Okay. Go. Okay, then they will come down. Your Excellency, they will come down.
So while the music is going on, we want to use this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of some dignitaries in our midst. So we are privileged to have with us Mr. Steve Reed from the US Embassy. Thank you very much, sir, for honoring our invitation. We are also privileged to have the Vice Chairperson, Zambia High Commission. Thank you very much, Honorable, for being with us. We are privileged to have Nana Osamanyana, bigger and better. Maybe you were not paying attention. Her Excellency and the impacts have been overwhelming. So what we are driving at before we have our live.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Honorable Zenator Rawlings.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency, Royal Majesties and Highnesses, and all distinguished invited guests present today. I'm very honored to be here. I would first of all like to apologize for my lateness. We were in Parliament. I actually had to leave the chamber because I had to make my way over here. We were being spoken to by the government statistician who was telling us how we can do better in terms of policy and planning if indeed we make use of the data and the statistics that we have at our disposal. But today we also celebrated International Women's Day, which was on the 8th. But we celebrated it today because it's the first, proper weekday since we resumed this week. And interestingly enough, Your Excellency, my dear Mom, you were celebrated by both sides of the House. And you may have forgotten, but this year is 30 years since Beijing. Yes, 30 years since that conversation started and the call to action started. And so if we're here today, 30 years later, this is symbolic. I think she's passing the baton on to us. And I can't think of a better call to action than for all the strong and amazing royals in this room today, taking under their wings young women and a few young men who will be our he for she to push the agenda, because women are multipliers. Everything women touch, when they put their hearts into it, it becomes bigger and better beyond what you can imagine. And I believe some of the awards that were presented today to some of the women who got the Best Farmer Award tells you something. Unfortunately, not just in Ghana, but across the world, we still don't have parity. We still don't have 50-50 representation of women. But the fight is not over yet. I saw Konadu. We haven't reached there yet, so we'll continue to fight. I think that's what her name means. So I think that this is something that we have a duty and a responsibility, not just to ourselves, not just to those who came before us, but to those who are yet to be born. We should be able to say that tomorrow looks brighter than today. If we are still saying it was better yesterday, then we haven't achieved our objective. And so as a call to action, given the challenges that our Queen Mothers place before us, I think some of the things we need to look at are creative ways in which we support each other. We must not just make it an annual meeting here. We must build that network of royals across the country where we can pick up a phone and call one another and say, in my area, we don't need the cassava sticks. Come and get them for free, so you don't have to buy them. We should be able to set up a barter system amongst ourselves where we can support each other, understanding our unique challenges as women. And the issue of land tenure is something we have been lamenting about for too long. And I think it's time to take action on this. Land tenure that is looking through the lenses of gender sensitivity, not just merely land tenure system. Because I think that too often, when solutions are being preferred to the problems we have as a country, because we're not looking through the gender lens and specifically through the eyes of women, we are missing the mark. No community, no society can move forward without making sure that the women are at the decision-making table, not after the decisions have been made. And so I stand here humbly as your representative, ready to speak for you on the floor of Parliament, ready to push for whatever we need. I only need for you to share with me what it is that you want us to do. And we will raise the issue on the floor of Parliament. And we will have our he for she, which means that as we fight for women to have their 50%, we also have to make sure that we have the men who understand the value of uplifting and empowering women. And so to the men who are in the room today, Aiko, Wezon, you are welcome. And this is because for any society to change, it cannot be a one-sided fight. Every man here was born of a woman. You have female relatives. So the fight for women is not just for women, it's for everyone. It's an all of society, it's an all sector approach. And truly, if women are more empowered, the agricultural sector will be thriving. The land tenure system is something that we have to look at. And I stand here making a commitment that on the floor of Parliament, we shall push until the right thing is done, so that women are not always on the losing end of land ownership in this country, of property rights in this country, of the right to be part of the decision from the very beginning to the very end. Not only mobilizing when it's time to vote, not only coming out to vote, but being a part of the decision after the fact. And that is why we are here today, to make our voices heard, loud and strong, that the women of Ghana are ready, and we will lead the charge. We have our sisters across the continent, and they must see us setting an example. In the same way we set the pace for independence, there's a new wave that we're seeing, and we're seeing some negativity in the public space about how women are being attacked. In February this year, the AU adopted a convention which was to protect women against violence, women and girls against violence. Today on the floor of Parliament, I advocated that Ghana must ratify and domesticate this as soon as possible to add more bite to the affirmative action and to protect our women who are daring to enter spaces of taking decisions and of leadership. And so today, our call to leadership is simple. We as women are not a homogeneous group. We have our own ideas, we have our own views. But on the issue of parity, on the issue of making space for women, we share the one vision. And so together we stand, together we build, and together we will accomplish what we need to do as women, as royals. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Very much, Honorable Zenator Agyemang Rawlings. You may have to stay with us for a minute. Don't go yet, because we're going straight into the symbolic declaration.
And the poultry, yes, we are very keen. So we don't want to go back and then have to wait 6 months. Shishishi Enterprise, we are ready. So we just wanted to make sure that while you are standing here, we've made it clear that we are ready. We have the framework in place. We have the structures in place. All we are waiting for is the delivery of the Nkokon Kitten Kitty. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
So 100 per Queen Mother, please. We must make it happen. Thank you very much. So now I think
declaration committing that we are going to enhance the Royal in Agri-Booster Dignified Jobs program. And so they are signing a certificate, and then they are going to really empower 100 people in their communities. We are going to work with our partners. We are happy Fidelity is here, Temple is here. So we are going to work with them and see how we could further advance this. So this is the declaration we are signing. And then next year when we meet here, we will look at how far we have gone. So while they're signing, you can give us some
music.
Yeah. Maybe the choir, we will choir on the choir.
Yes.
The
Wesley Grammar Senior High School choir will give
and
us.
if there's any Queen Mother who is not here from any of the regions, we welcome you to join as well.
Sure.
Thank you.
Please join them, family.
Able to pair with formation and supporting 100 youth within the community. So I'll hand over to our doctor to declare it open or close it.
I will take the opportunity to thank our Queen Mothers for committing themselves on paper by their own hand that we will deliver. And I believe that based on that, we have officially made the declaration. Now we have 1 year to deliver. And I know that we will do more than what we have even said we shall do. But please, just to remind us that we are here for one another. and we should always reach out to each other for help. Don't suffer in silence. Sometimes as women, we feel like we're the only one going through the problems and we have nobody to speak to. But we are here to support each other. If you're having challenges in executing this, please reach out to us so that we can support you early enough, because we want everyone to succeed. When you succeed, we all succeed. And so officially, we say congratulations. And we pray that the good Lord will give us strength to deliver on what we've committed ourselves to today. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, yes, and my auntie sitting over here is shouting neem tree in my head. So in her farm, she uses neem tree to spray her plants instead of pesticides. So for those of you who are willing, give it a try. You get the neem tree leaves, you pound them, and then you extract the liquid and you use that to spray. So you may have a small portion of your farm to try it and see. Because if it does make a difference, then this is organic farming in the process. So let's see if it works, and we can come and give a testimony as well. So the call to action is now officially in place, and now we're ready to go. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And you get to keep the certificate, please, as a reminder.
Thank you very much, our Queenmothers. So we're going to go straight into the part 2 of today's event. So we have the videos that are going to be the testimonials about Dr. Konadu Agyemang Rawlings. Can we have the videos of Her Excellency Nana Agyemang Rawlings, the testimonial videos, the testimonials.
Thank you. I just wanted to say once again that you are welcome to my constituency. This is my constituency, Wotekone. So I'm your host MP as well. You're most welcome.
Thank you very much.
Menu makwekwe sa sempa kania. Se menam na meti asempa na mamo amane a na ma no keka me. Anyamia wate ANS Trading Agency Limited nka. Se wo ka se door to door for no de ani watwa. Esanse obie ne wa wo se wo ho sa door to door business nim. Wo nneoma wo UK a wo de ko Ghana. Ana se Germany a wo de ko Ghana. 3 to 5 weeks e bekwa kodu nipa ne puno anu se try. Na de mo demonstration ko wo se adwuma de ewe mu ne se wo ho bo no. E da fom se boko. ANS Trading Agency Limited. E wo air freight special service. Ana nneoma ne ye de befa play. Entintempa na akwa kodu. Obetima fa sa pra we ya so de nneoma free Ghana akwa UK ana Germany. FGG dem which na also agina ye na men drop bomb. ANS Trading Agency Limited pe and a 40 footer any 20 footer container. Ya fe UK ediko Ghana ana Germany ediko Ghana. Omo manuoma ye mere import o export o dem there for you. Omo Ghana na money 0249 170 423. UK has over free 0790 802 7527. Germany so 09173 771 2733. Ubenya ANS Trading Agency Limited. Our West Croydon ANS Trading Agency Limited. Quantum Brantem. Wana bebo ya baso. Maybe next time in your fill up from the bebro.